The action continues here at the European Darts Open from Dusseldorf, and it is Eddie Dootson against Jelle Klaasen. Dan Dawson in the commentary box with Rod Harrington for this one. And Rod, Jelle is in some form.
Yes, totally agree with you. Dan been playing extremely well. Confidence is really high. And we've talked about the match play, and he actually has got Simon Whitlock in the match play, and that's as tough a game as Simon's going to get in the first round, because, you know, he's not firing on all cylinders, and he hasn't done for a year or so now. And when you come up against a player that's on the way up, then that is danger. So that's one of my picks of the first round of the match play. But this game here, obviously Jelle Klaasen is going to be massively odds-on favourite to beat Eddie Dootson, and rightly so, to be quite honest, when you look at the form book.
Yeah, well, Jelle comes into this off the back of winning the most recent Players' Championship event on Sunday. The Ian White in the final, the Adrian Lewis on the way to the final as well.
That must have been a very quick game. Blink and you've missed a leg there, I think.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, Eddie to throw first. Game on!
Well, Eddie Dootson's got the throw, and he's an old campaigner, is Eddie. He'll just play his own game. He won't be rattled with the speed or whatever Jelle Klaasen hits. And
100.
Jelle's got to stay focused.
Oh, Jelle Klaasen, storming start from the Dutchman. We said he was in form.
118.
Not a bad way to start.
Decent, steady darts.
83.
Well, we had Magnus Karras do a 9-dart leg last week.
It's on.
140.
Just the 5 perfect darts from Jelle Klaasen to start this match. And all of a sudden that advantage of throwing first has dissipated somewhat, but Eddie Dootson firing back with one of his own.
118.
Well, that's certainly put him back in the leg. Now, a visit without a treble from Jelle. Well, that's exactly what he's done, and now advantage back to Eddie Dootson. And needs to hit at least one treble with this visit. We might go to them 18s now. Oh, that's a bad miss. So Jelle Klaasen's got to start off with the 18s.
Not far off. But Eddie Dootson may only get a dart at the bullseye himself. 86 he wants, so he'll look at the 18s. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Nice clean kill. 2 darts. 14 darter to start off with. After Jelle had thrown 5 perfect darts to start the match. Eddie Dootson 1-0.
Well, I said that Eddie's old school. He won't worry what the speed of Jelle or what he's going to hit. You just carry on, and when you see Jelle goes off 180, 140, and oh, that's unlucky.
60.
Well, that looked like 80 points on the floor to me. He's still come away with 60 there. Fair play to Eddie Dootson, but immediately puts him under pressure.
81.
Klaasen winning that tournament at the weekend. Only his second PDC tournament win, his first for nearly 8 years. I mean, when you look at the quality of the man, he probably had, until the final of the World Championships, he was probably the only guy that really worried Gary Anderson during his run to his first world title. And, I mean, he just looks unplayable at certain times, and yet only 2 PDC victories, and 8 years without one nearly.
85.
Well, that's down to Dan, and you see it so often. You know, we're with them week in, week out. It's no good having 125 average for 2 games when you've got to win 5 or 6 games to win a tournament. And that's the bare facts of it. He couldn't keep it up, and it was the same with Michael. Michael van Gerwen was the same, but all of a sudden Michael learnt how to get that consistency, that little bit of edge. And now look what's happened to him, and the same with Jelle. And you see other players do it, but you also see other players that lose it. Jelle Klaasen levels it up with a 15-dart leg, a nice 80 clean kill. And we see other players lose it, and they're the ones that are drifting down the rankings.
Well, look, I mean, you kind of forget that he's only 30 years old, Jelle Klaasen. I mean, when he won the Lakeside, I think he was the youngest world champion at 21. But he has got, you know, years and years left in this game. He looks after himself. He you know, he's not had any health problems or anything like that. And if he is sort of going to grow as a dart player, because he's been knocking on the door this year and made 2 finals before he actually won that one in on Sunday. He actually missed 10 match darts against Michael Van Gerwen in one of them. But if he is going to be playing to that sort of level over the course of the year, there's going to be a few, he's going to take a fair few scalps. He could do some serious damage, and maybe the match play is where it's going to happen. Maybe it's this weekend, who knows?
Well, I think you hit on that he looks after himself. I think that's a major issue with a lot of players. You know, when we get to Sunday and you've got to win, what, 4 games on Sunday? That is tough. That's where you need endurance. I know Phil Taylor's 54 years old and has done it all the time, but he's an exception to the rule. But you see other players that get to a semi-final, final, and all of a sudden they've run out of energy. You know, I'm afraid, even as a dart player, folks, you've got to keep yourself a little bit in trim.
86.
It's the 86 from Eddie Dootson opens the door for Jelle Klaasen here. Lovely dart. Now, is it?
2 double
It was
tops,
tops he went for.
97. Eddie, you require 130.
Well, we see him taking 86 to hang on to the first leg. He needs to find the treble. Doesn't do it. And that didn't help if he comes back. Jelle Klaasen, one just above or just straight in. So that's a breaker throw for Jelle Klaasen.
Game on.
This is where we'll see, you know, how the form of Jelle Klaasen is and how it's been.
58.
You know, this is a mega important leg for Jelle Klaasen. He's got to hold on to his throw to get that 2 legs advantage. Then all of a sudden, you're the one who's on the run, you're the one who's confident. But all of a sudden, then he gets it back again, then all of a sudden you're on the back foot. So a big leg for Jelle Klaasen here.
96.
Yeah, because of his speed, if he does get ahead of you, things can very quickly spiral out of control when you're playing Jelle Klaasen.
Well, in Gibraltar, one of the first tournaments we played out there many years ago,
34.
9 180s, and he won 6-0.
When he's hot, he is very, very hot, Jelle Klaasen. And very, very quick as well. This isn't the quickest I've seen him play. The quickest was probably against Gary Anderson at the Worlds. I mean, it was absolutely mind-blowing. Even Gary said it was too quick for me, and he is no slouch.
There certainly isn't. But Jelle needs another one of those.
98. And you require 170.
Well, he's left the 152. Surprisingly that he moved to the 18s. Obviously it's better than taking out 150. The 152, you need 2 treble 20s.
41.
But it looked good for a 140 from Klaasen.
152.
However, no pressure from Dootson.
Oh, look at this.
120. And you require 129.
Well, a chance for Eddie Dootson. Still a chance. He needed the treble there.
89.
So 3 clear darts in double 16, and it's another 16 dart leg, and a little bit of daylight between these two. We said that Jelle needed to consolidate that breaker throw. That is exactly what he's done.
Yes, and Eddie kind of let him off a little bit. You're not going to win many legs against the throw if you're not going to go out 15. And that's another bit of bad luck from Eddie. He just clattered into the flights and taken all the speed off the dart.
Few darts fans might be wondering who Eddie Dootson is. I mean, he's a newcomer to the PDC. He has been playing darts a long time. I mean, look at him. But played a lot of Lancashire League stuff. It was this year's UK Open where he announced himself, though. Came through the qualifiers, made a semi-final in one of the qualifiers, as well as a last 16 spot. That made him one of the top seeds for it. Beat Robert Thornton and Joe Cullen, only losing to Devon Peterson in his run to the last 16 of that major down in Minehead.
Yes, I think if you mentioned it to any of the BDO county system people, they'd known Eddie for a long, long time, and a tough competitor. You know, as I said, he's old school. He just plays his game. It doesn't matter who he's playing. He can play Van Gerwen, Taylor. It is not going to worry him. But like everybody, just lacks that little bit of consistency just to move to the next level.
78. And he requires 79.
So 79 should get at least a dart at double top.
Well, if he pops this in, fair play to him after dropping the dart.
Game
Oh,
shot
brilliant.
over 50.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Dootson, 6-leg
It's
yellow
always
for the
an absolute killer when you drop a dart, you pick it up quickly and you stand up, you think,
140.
what's going on? But a good clean kill from Dootson. Had the 86 to win his first leg, 79 to win his second.
100.
Winner of this one will face Dave Chisnell, seeded 14th as Klaasen just misses out on another maximum.
Well, if it is this man who wins this, Yellow Klaasen, against Chisnell, that could be quite a pacey game. If it goes 6-5, that won't last more than about 10 minutes.
You could see a lot of big scores in that one.
140.
The beauty of these European Tour events. Slightly different seeding system, so you do get some incredible ties thrown up very, very early on. Double nine.
No one hits double nine down. No one does.
But only a matter of time before we came round to that topic. Oh, Maximum puts a bit of pressure. And that's what he's got. So all of a sudden, Eddie Dootson back in the leg. Double two for Klaasen though. Still double two. Gets it. 4-2.
Last dart, and that really was a crucial dart for Klaasen. Holds on to his 2-leg lead. I had a guy on Twitter the other day telling me that I didn't know what I'm talking about, because in a local league match he split the 18s and hit the double nine first dart.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
There you go.
He should be a professional.
There you
I
go.
won't mention his name. I won't give him any more fame than what he's just had.
100.
Well, the rewards are there. £10 million tour we're looking at now, following Mr. Hearn's big announcement the other day. £300,000 for the winner of the World Championship as well. You got into this game at the wrong time, Rod.
No, I'm in at the right time. Too old for all that. I was going to say too old for all that running about, and I left at 4:30 this morning.
Wow. Dedication this top team of commentators bring to this game. Yellow Klaasen averaging in the mid to high 90s at the moment. Eddie Dootson has only had 2 darts at double. He's hit them both. His scoring power's not quite been enough so far in this one. He has had a couple of fall out the board, and that 139 will certainly help him.
$134, and he requires 138.
Well, he's going to get 6 darts from here. May only need the 3. Let's go for the 18s.
98. $56, and he requires 40.
Topsy once for 4-3. Last dart in hand.
20.
Well, will he return? This would be a killer from Yellow Klaasen. Needs a treble for a go at the ball. Gets it.
105.
Misses out on the bullseye
And he
though.
requires 20.
Well, Eddie doesn't want to split this and start chasing up to the 5s, because that's another bad route. Well, he's hit the double 5, so keeps himself in this game. He's still a breakdown.
98.
And this is where he's got to find a 12 dart leg, hasn't he? You don't think Yellow Klaasen's going to throw more than 15?
140.
That's a great start.
Klaasen hit him back though. There you go. Another 180 for the Dutchman. A few hundred here at the Maritime Hotel for this afternoon's session as Dootson hits. There's another one on the floor.
That's 4 trebles he's had on the floor. And again, That you could see that hit the flights and just took all the power off the dart.
Could have made a big difference in this leg as well.
$81. Yellow require 143.
Well, he certainly would have made a big difference now.
Yeah, an extra
coming back
60
to 100.
points.
87. And you require 160.
Well, it's a big one, but it's a nice one. 2 treble 20s for double top.
$60. Yellow require 56.
Should be 20 for double 18.
Game shot at the 8th leg.
Double 18 it is for Jelle Klaasen. One leg away from...
Game on.
And he shakes his head saying, come on, I should be playing better than this, but I don't know, 5-3 up, I'll settle for that.
100.
Dusseldorf crowd alternating between trance of Jelle Klaasen and Eddie Dootson.
In Japan, they were cheering for one opponent while the other one was thrown, and then vice versa. It was unbelievable. As Klaasen hits the 5th maximum of this match.
$123.
Oh, wonderful stuff from Jelle Klaasen. Wonderful setup shot. That means he'll be coming back looking at his favourite double 18 for a 6-3 win. Eddie Dootson, all he can do is apply some pressure. I wouldn't be surprised if he went for the maximum here, if he put the first 2 in the treble. But double 18 for 6-3 for Jelle Klaasen, who will face Dave Chisnell in the 2nd round. What a game that is going to be. Very, very impressive from Jelle Klaasen. Dootson didn't do a great deal wrong. Gravity was his biggest enemy. He saw a number of points fall out the board at crucial times, but Klaasen gets the job done. He will face Chisnell in the 2nd round, and the action will continue here in Dusseldorf. We've got the punk, Johnny Haynes, against the guy we've not seen a great deal of, if we're honest, Christian Surter.
Congratulations. You're the first one who played an average of over 100. Good match, good first match here.
Yeah, it was a tough game. I think Eddie was a little bit unlucky with the bounce outs he had. He played brilliant, but I'm feeling good and I don't miss too many doubles, so I'm happy with my game.
How important was the win last weekend for you? I mean, you were playing the PDC, you were the world champion, and you came to the PDC and had to wait 8 years almost.
Yeah, the first year I joined the PDC, I won my first tournament, and since then I never won. But it was the 3rd final this year, and one time I was in the final, I missed 10 darts to win, so finally third time is a charm, they say, so I'm happy to win last week.
But the form is getting better and better. You're playing really a good year.
Yeah, I'm getting more consistent. I don't have any bad games anymore, so I have to play a little bit better to keep up with the top 8. But I can beat them. But they're a little bit more consistent than me. So, but I'm happy with the way I played.
Good to see you tomorrow again. Thank you very much. Jelle Klaasen. Der sagt von sich selbst, ich bin zurzeit richtig gut drauf. Ich kann auch die Top